The scene is, it's Easter morning. Jesus has risen from the dead, and he's begun to appear to different people. Two of the disciples are going to go off on a 6-mile walk, and we're going to read that story. So they haven't seen him yet, and they don't believe he's alive. Go, Bill.
But Peter arose and ran to the tomb. And stopping, he saw the linen cloths lying by themselves. And he departed, marveling to himself at what had happened. Now behold, two of them were traveling that same day to a village called Emmaus, which was 60 furlongs, 7 miles from Jerusalem. And they talked together of all these things which had happened. So it was, while they communed together and reasoned, that Jesus himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were restrained, so that they did not know him. And he said to them, "What words are you exchanging with one another? Walking and standing, faces downcast?" Then the one whose name was Cleopas answered, saying, "Are you the only stranger in Jerusalem? And have you not known the things which happened here in these days?" And he said to them, "What things?" So they said to him, "The things concerning Jesus of Nazareth." "What things?" So they said to him, "Things concerning Jesus of Nazareth, who was a prophet, mighty in deed and word, before God and all the people, and how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him up to a judgment of death and crucified him. But we were hoping that it was he who was going to redeem Israel. Indeed, besides all this, today is the 3rd day since these things happened. Yes, and certain women of our company astonished us, who arrived at the tomb early. Having not found his body, they came, saying that they had also seen a vision of angels.
Okay, freeze. Now, you'll notice that Luke has built the story so that he's used lots and lots of ingredients, and then he's used them all in a reverse order, but in a completely different part of the story. And you'll see he's done it with a third of the group. And the top line words on those posters are what he said on the way in, and then on the way out in reverse order, he's used the bottom words, but they're almost the same words. But that's not all. So, the Easter eyewitness is the punchline at the end there and there. So, we read on. Where are we listening? Here we go, it's up here. They had arrived at the tomb early, having not found his body,
saying that they had also seen a vision of angels, who said he was alive. And certain of those who were with us went to the tomb, found it just as the women had said. But him they did not see. Then he said to them, "O foolish ones, and slow of heart to believe, in all that the prophets have spoken.
Freeze a second. So you see on the top line, you're reading the bottom poster. Keep going.
Ought not the Christ to have suffered these things and then to enter into his glory? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. Then they drew near to the village where they were going. But they constrained him, saying, Abide with us, for it is toward evening, and the day is ending. And he entered in to stay with them.
Enter into home. That's yours. There we go.
Now it came to pass, as he sat at the table with them, that he took bread, blessed and broke it, and was giving it to them, that their eyes were opened, and they knew him. And he vanished from their sight. And they said to one another,
And they knew him. Wait, they knew him, and he vanished from their sight.
And they said to one another, Did not our heart burn within us while he talked to us on the road and opened the scripture to us? So they rose up that very hour and returned to Jerusalem, and found the 11 gathered together, and those with them, saying, The Lord is risen indeed.
That's it. Stop there. Oh, yeah. The Lord is risen indeed.
And has appeared to Simon. And they told about the things that had happened on the road, and how he was known to them in the breaking of the bread.
Well done, everybody. So you can see there how Luke is making two stories, two chains of ideas run in reverse on each other, back and forward, using the same elements on multiple layers. Try and write one with about 3 ingredients and you'll go mad. And that had 88 ingredients. So that's the way the Gospel's written. That's the way the Bible's written, most of it. And the literary genius of what they're doing to show. What were the punchlines? The punchlines were, He is risen. Did you see at the end of each line? He is risen. We can trust the word. Thanks.